Let's talk about NFT. Does NFT make sense? A lot of people spending a lot of money on NFT. There's a lot of big transactions that's been happening. For example, some NFTs sold for 7 million. There was a year ago's news. I don't know how much the price, like the highest transactions right now, but I believe there's a lot. Originally, I didn't really understand NFT, but if you think of NFT as kind of a status game, part of it, people buy expensive NFT because they can show off. If dates become the status, the symbol of status, all of this makes sense somehow. What do I mean by that? People actually buy a lot of expensive things, not because of they want to use it. It's because of they want to show off their social status. For example, a lot of people buy Ferrari, Rolex. They just want to show people they are rich, right? And NFT is the same thing. And also, if you ever been playing like online game, for example, a lot of Asia MMORPGs, Lineage series games, mobile games, Lineage Edge, Lineage Mobile, people really spend a lot of money on that. Some people spend $7 million on their virtual characters. The reason is because of they can be strongest people in the server, right? So they can show off their gears, characters, skills, things like that. So it's just to increase. They spend money in exchange of status, and NFT is basically the same thing. You exchange money in you spend money in exchange of your online status, and a lot of luxuries products in the real world also works the same way. But there is a very, very strong difference between NFTs and the real world luxuries. For example, if you buy Ferrari, probably you pay 80% of the price for social status, but the rest of 20% of the price you really pay for the engines, the car stability, the car's sporting capabilities, turning cornering capabilities. Is really a good car. The normal cars just couldn't compete with Ferrari, right? So it still have its intrinsic value. Let's say Ferrari's model maybe 2 million. You pay 2 million for that, but what you get is probably apart from it's like extremely expensive. There's a lot of premium, but you still get a good car. But what's an NFT? You spend 1 million for an NFT art, the digital art. What's the intrinsic value of it? Basically, it's zero. If nobody cares about you, if you don't have a place venue to show off your NFT things, you basically got zero value from it, right? So that's still there's some intrinsic value difference between the physical luxury goods and NFTs. Okay, so another problem with NFT is you don't really have places to show off. Now, people don't really, if you buy an expensive NFT, you don't have a place to show people that, oh, I have this cool thing. Maybe you tweet, but your tweets will just die out, right? Over time. So that's why I think NFT is really like overvalue. It still have a certain like value, which is status games, but now we don't really have venues for people to show off. That's why like Twitter and Instagram, Reddit, they are working on the function that where people can show their NFT arts in their profile picture. For example, if you bought a $1 million NFT, you can just put on your Twitter profile so people can know, oh, you're a rich guy because you have bought that kind of expensive NFT. So that's a way again. But if they really can build that kind of things, I think that will increase NFTs certain the real value. So far, why so many people buying NFT? The main reason is just because of it's a bubble. It's a bubble. After this, I think NFT market will get some correction, but still, they will still have certain market, which is virtual social status, right? And not to mention in the future, when those social medias build up the NFT showing spaces that people can just show, oh, I have a certain NFT. Maybe I can also put my NFT on my YouTube channel profile, so you know I'm rich, or something like that. And and that's not different from people showing their profile picture with a Ferrari, with a Lamborghini, right? They just the way to show that you are rich. It's a kind of signaling tool. The only difference is the Ferrari, Lamborghinis. Still, even you don't consider their social status value, they are still good cars. NFT, on the contrary, you couldn't do too much. Its value is purely subjective, intrinsic value. Okay, so that's my random thoughts. If you would like to receive more my random thoughts on various different technology products, don't forget to subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time.